There's a lot of fascinating foods out there. Haggis might be up there with one of the most fascinating, odd, weird. You can try it this Saturday. Robbie Burns Night for the Prince George Symphony Orchestra. Fundraiser for the orchestra, of course, because instruments are expensive. We're going to hear from them and so much more on CKPG Today. Honey, Skin, and Beauty, one of the many great places here in Prince George you can come to get pampered for men and women. We're going to show you some behind the scenes today of how it all comes together and tell their story with the one and only Tori, who's part of this operation. You helped start it. Well, thanks for having us today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Honey Skin. How did it start? And I understand a little bit over COVID, the idea came to be?
Yeah. So I started Honey Skin in 2020 when my first baby was 6 months old. My background is in healthcare, and I just thought maybe I could have like a fun little side gig. And then over the years, it evolved into this, and now I don't work in healthcare.
Win for everyone, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Including people who get the service here. We've heard rave reviews, seen them on social media. You guys have great social media, by the way.
Thank you.
Haven't seen it, check it out. But talk to me a little bit about the services you guys offer here.
Yeah, so our main services are our skincare services. That's what I started with. That's my passion.
Your bread and butter.
That's my bread and butter. But since then, we've expanded into a full service med spa. So yeah, we have a doctor who offers Botox and filler. We have a massage therapist, an eyelash specialist. My whole idea behind the business is everyone who works here is a specialist in their field. We don't have a jack of all trades who does all services. If you're a facialist, you just do facials. If you're the lash person, you just do lashes, etc.
Now, okay, people joke, you know, Valentine's Day coming up, New Year, New You too. You can kind of pile this all in together. Why should someone get their maybe partner something here?
I think it's best to gift experiences as opposed to things. And yeah, you can't go wrong gifting your girlfriend a massage or a facial, Botox. It's all trendy right now. Okay,
well, I'm gonna play the client today, I guess we'll say that. Yeah. Get a little facial. It's been a while since I've had this, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Okay, come on in.
Inside the room where it all happens here, or one of them, I should say. How many rooms you guys got, Tori?
We've got 4.
4, okay. Today, gentlemen's facials on the menu. What does this entail?
So we're gonna take a look at your skin and do a quick little skin consult. Then we do what's called hydrobrasion. So in male terms, it's like a power wash for your skin. We're gonna shoot in distilled water and then suction it out with kind of like a sandpapery tip for deep exfoliation. And then we'll include some beard-specific products, a beard wash, a beard serum, and then we'll end with hydrating products.
Sounds good. I like you put that in male terms. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Today, believe it or not, we're breaking the stigma, okay? This is the point of this feature.
That's right. So we're gonna start with a double cleanse, and then we'll get going with the exfoliation with the hydrobrasion machine.
Say, Tori, is this most popular for men, younger men or older men? I'm curious because I feel like the older they get, the more the wrinkles, so I don't know.
I would say our main age group is like middle age, 30 to 50-ish.
Hopefully I can avoid getting my first wrinkle till then.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
I gotta say, Tori, it's a few features that we do that I don't talk the whole way through, so you can just tell how relaxed I am.
Oh, it's very few?
Yeah, usually the chatterbox, you can't shut me up. So.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wake you up now because we're gonna do the microdermabrasion.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start with the dry one and then we'll move on to the wet. So it will feel like a little sandpapery.
Okay.
It shouldn't be uncomfortable at all, so just let me know if you do feel that way and we can turn down the vacuum. You ready?
Okay.
So this is the dry microdermabrasion. This is just gonna loosen everything up for the next step.
Is this like a Bissell for your skin?
Yeah, you could say that. A power wash, yeah, like a steam cleaner.
That's the hard spot to wash your face.
It is, yeah. That's where your blackheads normally build up. Really fun to do extractions in there. Not for you.
No, not bad.
No, it's not fun for you. It's fun for me.
Oh, I see.
Okay, this is gonna feel really bright at first, and then your eyes will adjust.
Okay, should I close my eyes or no?
Yes, you should definitely close your eyes. So this is the Omnilux red light therapy. It's gonna help stimulate collagen production. That has anti-aging benefits, and it'll also help with scarring, pigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, all that good stuff.
The most relaxed I've felt in years.
Amazing. You're glowing.
Thank you. I'm gonna buy this for our boss before my next performance review.
Yeah, there you go.
The annual tradition continues here in Prince George this weekend. Robbie Burns evening coming out for the Prince George Symphony Orchestra, and we got Ken Hall and Alicia on the couch today as well. Alicia, I want to start with you here because you got an interesting tie to this event.
Yes, so my dad was actually born in Scotland. He moved here when he was 12, so we definitely do have a bit of personal interest in the event. It's nice to get the community together and kind of educate everyone more on the Scottish traditions and just have a proper celebration. So it's definitely a fun night for everyone.
And you guys are proud supporters of it. I mean, I hear your dad is actively involved every year, loves to eat the haggis. Is that what I hear?
That's right. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but it's for the Scots. So
well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I'm glad that you didn't make me try it on the show today. A good reaction, maybe. But Ken, how excited are you for Robbie Burns evening? I mean, it's an annual tradition that we were looking back before we started this. It goes back to like 1920 in Prince George. Somebody's been doing it. So that's pretty cool.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, it's obviously the city has a strong tie to Scottish immigrants, and it was Caledonia before it was Prince George.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not surprised that it's got a long history, and it's wonderful to really be a part of that.
So talk to me about the importance of this event, though, because obviously it's fun, the Robbie Burns evening, but supporting the symphony. How important is this for people to get out there and do this? I mean, the symphony, I guess, I'll let you take it from there.
Well, I mean, of course we want the support of the community. We want people to come out to this is our big fundraiser of the year. Well, I guess we have two now because we did a car raffle in summer, but this is one of our big fundraisers. It's really nice to see people come out and show up with their wallets and support the symphony, but there's lots of ways to support the symphony, and one of them, of course, is just to come to concerts and enjoy the music.
This is true, yeah. If you can't make it to the Robbie Burns evening, you can always go to the concert. That is a good way to support, logically. But yeah, instruments are expensive. They're not cheap.
Well, no, fortunately, we don't have to buy all the instruments, but we do have to pay the musicians who have to buy the instruments.
Right, yeah, so kind of indirectly,
yeah. And it's as Alicia says, it's wonderful to see the community really come together. We have several sponsors. Liquor Warehouse has been wonderful to work with. Marcotte Law, who's formerly been the main sponsor for the event, are still on as our entertainment sponsor, and they're supporting the band, which you'll hear a little bit later.
Yes, we will.
And obviously the coast has been great, and you guys have been great. So it's really wonderful to really feel like people are coming together to support the arts.
In the coldest month of the year, one could argue.
I mean, what else are you going to do?
That's true. Okay, I want to get to the liquor part here because it's a fitting sponsor because, there is some liquor involved with Robbie Burns evening. Now, what's set up for the evening? What do you got on tap? Because I imagine you pick these, you help the Symphony Orchestra pick these.
Yes, so we definitely get a couple bottles donated. That's part of the large auction at the end of the evening. So Liquor Warehouse, we definitely take pride in having a lot of different bottles, some more exclusive bottles, especially the Glengoyne. We're actually the largest distributor in North America for them specifically. It's right outside the village where my dad grew up, so it's very near and dear to our hearts.
Wow, that's super cool.
So we definitely try to feature things like that, and I know that the Coast does a very good job at providing a couple other scotches for people to enjoy throughout the evening. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably know the difference between a good scotch and maybe a not so good scotch. Or you know how to separate the elite, is that fair?
It's not always by price. Obviously, everyone has their own tastes.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't really tell people how to drink it or what to drink. Honestly, if you enjoy it, then that's all that matters. But if it's scotch, you can't really go wrong. So we should be okay.
I'm going to say that's heresy. There is no bad scotch.
That's
okay,
right,
this is what I was going to ask Ken. Yeah,
Irish
Some
whiskey.
scotch is better. It's different.
It's fair enough. I mean, hey, I think we're going to have to come for a sampling session one day here with you.
Every Friday, we taste something new at Liquor Warehouse. 3 to 5. There you go.
Oh my God, you read my mind. That's awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to plan my Fridays around that. Sorry if you don't see me at work after 3. But thanks so much for coming on today, guys. If people are interested, before we get to the music part here, there's still some tickets left.
Absolutely,
Yes.
there are. PGSO.com, or give us a call at the PGSO box office.
Perfect. All right, we'll hear from some members of the Old Time Fiddlers here in Prince George coming up after the break. Thanks so much, Ken and Alicia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Entertainment on CKPG Today is brought to you by the Treasure Cove Casino. Now that's entertainment.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
Of course, as we alluded to, Robbie Burns evening coming up this Saturday for the PGSO. Of course, a celebration of not only the PGSO, but also the Scottish culture. And we got Shane and Taya into play a little bit for us today. Taya, maybe we'll start with you. What excites you the most about Robbie Burns evening? This is your first one here in PG.
Yeah, it'll be my first one. I'm really excited to see all our guests dancing to the fiddle music.
Oh, yeah, I tried that once. It didn't go very well. Have you ever tried it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're good at that part too?
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't say I was good, but I'll be dancing.
Awesome. Okay. And Shane, how excited are you? You've done this a few years, hey?
I've done this before. I've never played for a Robbie Burns night. I'm excited to see the dancing. I'm also excited for a wee taste of that stuff that Alicia was mentioning. Might get to do that as well.
So you're a Scotch guy, confirmed?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's hard not to be a Scotch guy. Awesome. Well, I'll let you guys get set up and play here. What are you going to play for us today? I understand there's a couple things.
We're going to play a Red, Red Rose, and then we are going to play a reel called Angus Campbell.
All right, well, I'll let you guys get to it here and take it away here on the show. I'm excited to hear this, folks. Enjoy.
Today's CKPG Snapshot comes from Albert Fair, looking at a nice sunrise here. You can see Willow River. If you look closely, the bottom middle of the screen, the bridge there in the bottom. So landmarks that a bit east of Prince George. Winter weather makes for very nice viewing conditions and great photographs as well. If you have a snapshot, send it our way. snapshot@ckpg.com is the email. We look forward to seeing all of your great photos, just like this one. It's now time to talk about baby names. Why? Well, because you can actually bet on what's going to be the most popular baby name in BC in 2025. And fun fact, it actually doesn't change a lot year to year. Funny enough, Olivia, Emma, Sophia, Charlotte, Isla, Amelia, those are kind of the top bunch for girls. And then for boys, Oliver, Liam, Noah, Theodore, Lucas, Leo. But you might be asking yourself, how much has it changed over time? Over history. You know, if you look back, do names actually change that much? We're going to ask an expert today on the show.
Now time to talk to an expert, and I mean an anthropology expert, which I guess, Bill, does that include names?
It does. It does.
Okay.
It
This
does.
is part of your portfolio.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, well, thanks for making the time to talk here, because, yeah, the New Year is a good time to talk about names, baby names, and cultural significance. Where do you start on baby naming?
So if you look cross-culturally, and if you look even here in Canada, naming babies is a very significant part of culture. In different cultures, they have different ceremonies around naming babies.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's not just like we do here in Canada, name it right at the hospital and it's done. A little bit different across the world.
It is, and even here, I mean, the process of naming babies is kind of, we just do it, but sometimes there is cultural significance, religious significance. But if you look cross-culturally, and there's lots of evidence in different cultures of the ceremonies that they go through to be able to name babies. Sometimes it's based on the family values.
Right.
Sometimes it's based on religion or spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
In any culture, bestowing a name on a child is very significant because it roots them in their culture, roots them in their society, roots them in their family, gives them a sense of identity.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's what you call them by, so yeah, that adds track. I was going to say, like, where did this start? Did names always exist? I mean, the royal family, I would think, like, they obviously have their names that they kind of use and circle around, but yeah, where did it start? Cavemen?
I would say we've always had it. The processes evolve and shift over time, and so the ways in which we name babies today may be completely different in another time.
Is the names changed that much recently, or is there a trend that you're seeing?
Well, I feel like there's ebbs and flows. I feel like at one point it was naming babies after celebrities or important people in your life,
or Kanye West, you name it after.
Or Kanye. And then now we have trends where we are kind of going back to traditional names a bit, but then we're spelling them very differently.
Yeah, the spellings, throwing in extra letters. My parents hated that with Caden, by the way. Yeah. Or Bill, I guess.
Yeah. So like, just a few examples that I thought of were like, Amy used to be A-M-Y. Now there's variations. Alexander, there's variations of how you spell that, throwing S's in and all these different things.
Yeah, names. I mean, ultimately as parents, you get the right to choose them. So I would assume it's probably going to change for the foreseeable future. It'll never be the same forever because it changes every time someone is named.
Yeah, with changes with culture, changes in society.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Makes your job more interesting.
It does. It does.
Awesome. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca. Here's what's coming up in our community. First up, Primetime Wrestling returns to the Prince George Conference and Civic Center January 24th and 25th. Sink into your seats and enjoy some action in the ring and probably some outside of the ring as well. Check out the Prestige Treasure Cove Banquet Room for the Champagne Events Bridal Expo. If you're in the market for a wedding dress or weddings overall, this is a place you're going to want to visit for some ideas, expertise, and more. Coming up, the PG Conservatory's annual recital. Celebrate the hard work and talent of Conservatory of Music members and students here in Prince George, January 31st at 7 p.m. The House of Ancestors will be a cool place to be for the Model Car Show, February 1st, put on by Cruisin' Classics. Join in to some kids, some adults, some fun for all ages, and some very cool rides as well.
Today in local history, we look at a milestone for UNBC. If you read this headline without your reading glasses, you might think it said UNBC bed, but it's actually B-Ed because they got the education program today in local history. Pretty big announcement from some pretty important people today in local history.
Big day for UNBC when you look back to 2002 because they finally landed their B-Ed program. This is a Bachelor of Education, the program every teacher has to kind of go through, whether it's at UNBC or elsewhere, but it was landed at UNBC. They're just starting it up here because it wasn't in existence in the North before this. And yeah, very cool announcement here from a very legendary guy as well, Dr. Charles Jago, president of UNBC at the time.
Yeah, it is wild to look back, you know, the Northern Sports Center, of course, the Charles Jago Northern Sports Center, named after him for his work at UNBC. Monumental guy in terms of local history. So that's one of my favorite parts about doing this, right? You look back, you go, oh, that's why that's named after said individual, whether it's Blackburn, you know, he was a potato farmer, but still noteworthy. All right, well, there you go. You learned something, and we're going to teach you some more on the show tomorrow, okay? We'll see you then. Bye, folks.